Shut up and sit down.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Ken Frederick Podcast. This is episode 29, Pokemon Go. Woohoo! I want to say thank you for listening, and if you stumbled across us on the interwebs, check us out at kfpodcast.com, facebook.com/kfpodcast, and Ken Fred Podcast on the Twitter. Got a crew here today. To the left of me, we got Diglett, Don Biordi.
Don't know what that means, so I don't find it funny.
He's definitely a Diglett.
Yep.
I am Pokeballs. That's my name.
I was trying to find a picture of it to show you, but it's better than you
I
can
don't
see
want
it.
to see it.
Yep.
It's dumb.
And then across, we got Justin.
Hey, everybody.
That's cheese balls.
Cheese balls. Rattata Justin.
I don't want to be Rattata.
Eradicate. We'll give him that.
Eradicate.
There you go. You're evolved.
Yeah, there you go.
He stands upright.
I don't know what you're talking about.
But we still have Nick Fury, Lance over
Lance
here.
has an
There we
eye
go.
patch. We're busting on him wearing an eye patch. Poor little guy scratched his retina.
Cornea.
Cornea. Whatever.
Eyeball
Same thing.
terms.
Eyeball terms. Words for eyes. And to the right of him is who?
The official professor, Professor Broc, is in the house
Because he
with
won.
3 accreditations.
All
That's
right.
true. I got my video game certification today.
It's official.
We're so
It's
proud of you.
It's electric. But so, I figure we talk about all the hysteria going on with the Pokemon Go-ness. It's hysteria.
I think it's safe to say it is a cultural phenomenon.
Yeah.
The amount of people
10
that
million,
download this.
10 million downloads. It beat Twitter in less than a week.
This is not a podcast that I wanted to do because I don't play Pokemon Go and I don't like Pokemons. But these guys made me.
There's
So,
4 people here. Actually, there's 6 people in the place to
true.
play it.
yeah. So I'm being forced against my will.
So you can be the 1% that. What's that muscle-bound guy that was all
that
pissed
hates
about it on that?
angry about it.
That's you can represent him in this
And
discussion.
I'll get angry and throw around Pokeballs.
Sounds good.
All right.
So I figure we talk a little bit about the overview of the game, talk about our personal, some stories we have from playing it for the week. Was it about a week? 2, if that?
2 weeks exactly
yeah.
to the day.
Wow.
2 weeks.
Seems longer.
And
Because I walked in 2 weeks ago and you were
we were all playing.
walking around a parking lot like an idiot and I didn't know what you were doing. And you were so excited to tell me about it. And I was like, what is that?
Well, it was kind of big here at the store because the store is an official Pokestop where we record the. So
Now, how did you become a Pokestop?
it was nothing. It was no power. We did nothing to do this.
Part of, I guess
Your answer there was so, you were like, there was no power to something.
If you think all of a sudden I'm going to be like
Articulate.
this sums it up. This is the best you're going to get with me speaking.
from what I understand
You
is
got a landmark.
Yeah.
the beta testers chose landmarks in different areas and someone nominated.
Since
Our
we have a
statue
Thor
out
hammer
front.
outside,
Yeah,
I just
exactly.
gave away where we're at, right?
That's fine.
It's all good. Come use the Pokestop.
Yeah. Stop by during Pokemon League on Saturdays. But there's another game. So Niantic created this game, Pokemon Go, and they use GPS technology so you can interact with their world around you to play the game. They also have a game that was done before this that someone was showing me earlier today, and I can't remember the name of it.
Field trip?
No, it's
another one,
it's
like-
another one, but this is something where
Digimon.
no.
No.
Google it. Figure it out, people. Come on. I can't feed you everything.
Okay.
So the hammer is part of that game as well. So they used all the same stuff. They layered it into this game and then just added the.
This game seems like it takes a lot. And by the way, while we're recording this, all these idiots are playing Pokemon.
I have a lore out.
Yeah, there's a lore out. So
I don't know what that means.
It means Pokemon come to us. We don't have to go to them.
Oh,
Exactly.
doesn't it make the game lazy then? Isn't the point
Exactly.
to walk
Yeah.
around and try to collect them?
we've earned a level that we can
Yeah,
have
you've
them
become
come-
lazy now. The point of everyone walking around to find them, now you can just sit here on your ass and throw Pokeballs at
Yeah,
them.
pretty much. But anyways, so the game has got over 10 million downloads in the 2 weeks. It's Ingress.
That's it.
Thanks, Lance.
Is it the most downloaded app of all time?
I don't know if it's that.
No, but
I'm sure porn is.
I heard today that it's got more
Porn is still
active
king.
users than Twitter does.
More active users
That's
than
impressive.
Twitter. That's
So
great.
there's more Twitter accounts, but they said the's more active users on this than there is.
There's a
on
lot of
Twitter.
stupid accounts on Twitter that don't exist.
Yeah, Justin knows because he's been trying to get the cheese address
Yeah.
for a year
For
and a half.
years.
So
there's a lot of people playing it.
there's a lot of people playing
And it really seems like it's not just at first when this came out, I knew it was like you and Perry and Brock. I knew the people playing it. Now I see like people that aren't even in the nerd stuff at all, like friends of mine on Facebook that like don't watch any of the movies, and they're like, "Oh, I'm catching Pokemon in a park." I'm like, "Oh my god, I got everybody."
This tapped into a whole level of people that were into it possibly when they were kids.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And it let them do something nerdy without everyone knowing, except for the fact they're walking around with their phones out staring
Yeah.
at things.
Looking like a weirdo.
Now, a lot of us here at the shop play the card game Pokemon, so we were already into it when they announced it was coming out,
Again, except for me.
except for you.
I don't play either.
Yeah.
You will.
The Cheese just
you
downloaded
will.
this app when today.
Today about 5:30.
He betrayed
And
me.
he's already at level 5, everybody. Give him a hand.
So let's, for a little,
The Cheese don't go easy into anything. He goes hard. He goes all the way.
it's just grinding all day.
He
At this.
does. I mean, if he's gonna get right into it. He ain't gonna let anybody outdo him. By the time this is next week, he'll be above all of you.
Oh yeah,
You know that.
I'd believe that.
He'll be like, I'm a Pokemon level master 79,000, and I'm a professor and all that other shit that Brock is. It'll be great.
So I think, like I was saying before, it struck a chord with an age group that was into Pokemon when they were kids, and now that they're adults, they got away from it, and now they can actually play it and enjoy it for free on their phone while doing nothing. If they're walking around Pittsburgh, there's so much crap you can do with the game, and that's what makes it fun. Is the fact that you can interact, and then people are like, "Well, you can interact with the real world walking around."
You can't. The real world sucks.
Yeah, seriously. That just took me way too many Pokeballs to catch that evening.
Wait, can you stop
I will.
catching these damn
I needed
things?
that.
He needed
So-
it.
I needed it. I need that too, but I'm going to stop.
Let me just ask one question about it,
Yes.
because this is a question I ask all the time. You say, "Wait till we do this." What's the point of it? Like, is it
There's-
like playing like Candy Crush? You just want to get to a certain level, or like what happens
That's
when
part
you,
of it.
when you have all
You gotta
these?
collect them all.
Other than the stupid saying that everyone says.
So I am trying to. There's people that play too. There's a couple things in the game.
Okay.
There's gymnasiums at certain situations.
Okay.
Where you can actually battle other people's Pokemons that are there, and you try to take it over for your color.
Now you just clicked on it there. You don't have to walk to that gym.
I have
You
to
do.
walk there, but I can
actually
see.
battle
I can
it.
click on it to see it.
Okay.
So I can kind of scope it out if I want to walk over
All
there.
right.
So if I want to go over there and fight, I can. I am more into. I want to collect them all.
Because
and-
you're a collector.
yeah.
So is Numbnuts
Oh,
over
yeah.
here, the professor. He has to collect everything. So what a game for him. Collect
true.
everything and go crazy over it.
So I'm just trying to get them all and evolve and do all that kind of stuff.
And then is there a level you can level out then, or they keep making more?
No, because they've only used the Pokemon. Okay, you'll know this. How many Pokemon are overall?
Come on, Professor.
Believe it is 718
Different Pokemon.
different Pokemon.
In the Mythos as it is right now.
Okay.
They only have 150 in the game.
The original 150
Yes.
from the Kanto region.
Thank you, bro.
Whatever that means.
There's different
Okay.
regions of the world.
It's like
in
different
Pokemon.
continents on
Okay.
Earth in the Pokemon world. It's the different
And-
regions.
So
Some
will they
Pokemon-
ever be a time where you go, I caught 700 of these things.
Yes.
I have nothing else to do.
Well, you can evolve them to get better ones, but yeah, when you get to a point where you're like,
It's
well, I got
coming.
all these that I need.
You can still walk around and collect some
Yeah,
more.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Now, do you have to? Are they all within like? In order to play this, could you just walk around your neighborhood and get them all, or do you have to go to Pittsburgh? And
No, that's what's great about it.
Okay.
There's some that you can only get near water regions.
Okay.
So like so I've done a couple. Me and the girlfriend have done some excursions around
Me and the
Pittsburgh.
girlfriend. Give Mindy a shout out.
I will. Well, you did it, so I don't have to.
You will later.
No.
Okay,
He's
go
been
ahead.
outed.
Yes. I was trying to save her, but. So we've done some excursions. We hit up Millvale that was full of Clefairies and Clefables. And I'm not even making. Not Millvale, or Lawrenceville.
Lawrenceville.
of
That's
course.
pretty fitting.
Then there
Cafables and cafubbles and caflibbles.
we
Hipster Pokemon.
there was Pickleberg in Pittsburgh last weekend.
You
which-
went to the pickle thing.
Yeah, which was great because I got
Was
a
there
deep.
pickle Pokemons down there?
No, there wasn't, but it was on the bridge, so we caught a bunch of water type Pokemon near the bridge.
So everybody's just standing on the bridge,
Yeah.
catching Pokemon.
There's a lot of people walking around. Now, when it first came out that Sunday, we wanted to go to the point because the point is loaded with
Yeah.
gyms and stops.
Okay.
And there were so many people down the area, and there was a lot of groups of people just walking around.
Do you see his eyes?
Yeah, he got-
He's
he's
going there all weekend.
Yeah.
He's going to be walking around there just that way he can come back all cool.
So the point in Pittsburgh is a great stop because there's a ton of stuff down there. There's a lot of water Pokemon.
Okay.
I hit up PNC Park when I was down there getting tickets for the Star Wars game in a couple weeks.
Okay.
And there was the all around. A lot of populated areas have a lot of cool stuff.
Okay. Now let me ask Brock a question.
Sure.
When you went to Philly last week, were there different ones in Philly than there were in Pittsburgh?
Yes, there were some that I saw there that I did not see here.
So you have ones that Ken doesn't have.
I believe so.
What do you have? Yeah, you
I
do.
caught a couple duos down there.
I do not have any of those.
It's a two-headed ostrich. if
Now,
you're
now
wondering.
when I try and do a YouTube video of this, I'm going to be so confused how to look up all these
You
damn
gotta
things.
use that guy, that clip I showed you at the beginning.
Just do what he search for what he said. you know?
Okay.
And actually, Google has a setup. So if you type in a Pokemon's name, it'll actually bring up the Pokemon in the stats.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'll be all right then finding images.
Oh yeah.
So there was different ones in Philly than there were.
Yeah.
here.
And there's 4 Pokemon that is, I think it's been confirmed, that are, you can, so you get eggs in the game if you go to different Pokestops.
Okay.
And if you walk so far, you can hatch the egg.
That's how you incubate your eggs. is
Yeah,
to-
and it's by actual
walk.
walking. You can't get on a treadmill. You can't go
Drive.
If you drive more than 15 to 20 miles an hour, it won't register. But the cemetery by my house has a bunch of Pokestops, and me and Mindy drove around at
All
like
those
10,
poor dead people.
at 10 miles an hour, and we hatched so many eggs because we hit all. It was great.
Now, what if someone said, like, there was only a rare Pokemon, but it was only in California? I
Well-
want to see how many people would actually start buying plane tickets to fly out.
Well, here's my thing. There's 4 Pokemon that are by region. You can hatch them here,
Okay.
but if you want to catch them in the wild, the North America has a bull. It's called Tauros.
Okay. Oh, all right.
Europe has a thing called, it's a weird looking Mr. Mime character.
Okay.
Australia has a kangaroo looking thing called, was it
Fitting.
Kangaskhan.
Kangaskhan.
So you can get that here, but you can only catch it in the wild there.
You can only catch it in the wild there, but you can hatch an egg here. And
I
then
wonder how many
Japan
people
has.
are driving around, flying around the world collecting.
Well, if you
Pokemon.
can get it in an egg, you don't have to worry
Yeah.
about it.
Just
And
have
then
to
there's
hatch the right egg.
3. There's teams in the game that you pick when you're fighting your gyms. There's
Okay.
like your colors.
Okay.
So me and Lance are blue.
you're
Team
the
Mystic.
you're the
Team
Crips.
Mystic. Yep. Did you pick blue?
I haven't gone to a gym to pick my color yet.
You can just do it right here. We can reach one. And then Brock's team yellow.
Team Instinct.
And then Gretchen down there's team red. She's very excited about it. Do you need to pause?
No, we're
So,
good.
So there's the colors from the teams, and then there's each one has a legendary Pokemon associated with that color. They're in the code of the game, but that might be something they release special that you have to go track it or do something with.
Okay.
I'm
You
guessing
can-
that'll be something to do with like capturing gyms and stuff like that. for
Probably,
your-
yeah.
So when
your
you go,
team.
what's the benefit of going and fighting somebody?
Your Pokemon can get. There's a thing called CP.
Combat power.
Sorry, hold on.
All right, so CP power is basically the how strong your Pokemon is in battle. So my highest one is a Hypno at 1014.
A Hypno.
Yep, that's
Okay.
how cool he looks. You want to see that? You show.
It looks like a fox with a neck collar on.
He's a very proper fox.
He's
And
very
he has
proper.
And he has a monocle.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a monocle. He's very cool.
Yeah, he's very dapper.
He's very dapper.
So that's how you fight other gyms and whatnot.
And do you lose them if they get beat?
No, they just die and you have to revive them and heal them back up.
They don't die, they faint.
It's
They
the
faint.
it's the
They
GI Joe
faint.
method where nothing ever dies. You always have a parachute.
Yeah.
Do they shoot lasers and never hit anybody?
Some of them do.
Yeah, some shoot lasers. Basically, when you fight, you just keep tapping the front of your phone. when
That's
you
all
fight.
you're doing?
Yeah, it's kind of lame.
And there's really no you don't have to fight.
No,
No, you can just collect.
because there might be people that aren't near a gym, or a gym's too hard for them to beat on their own.
How many gyms are in Cranberry?
There's
a lot.
2 right here within the map. There's one here in
Just about every church is a gym.
yes. The church that Brock got married is a block away from my house, and I walked up there and took it over one night because I was bored.
Took it over what?
I took it. I fought all the Pokemon in it, took it over for Team Blue, and then I walked back home.
Team Blue for the Crips.
Yep, Team Mystic. So
Team Mystic. What's the other one's Mystic?
Valor,
And Instinct.
Instinct.
What color
Which
is
is the best?
Valor?
Red.
Red. That's the Bloods.
Yeah, and Instinct is yellow.
All
They're
right.
the paint lickers.
The what?
Paint lickers.
What's that mean?
Window. I don't know.
Okay.
All right, so
You're really selling me. That sounds really exciting.
it's a fun game. So, anyways, let's go over some tips of the game and talk about some stuff. And let me just pull something up here real quick. The one big thing that everyone's been asking is there's a way to evolve your Eevee into three different forms. And if you name your Eevee Raynor, it'll evolve into Vaporeon.
Mm-hmm.
And its Pyro will be the fire type, which is
Flareon.
And then what's the Jolteon?
Jolteon, you have to name Sparky.
Sparky. So there you go.
Sparky.
Mhm.
Yeah, so name your Eevee one of those three things so you can determine what type it becomes when it evolves.
Yes. Also, there is some places where you can find Pokemon is water types, of course, near water. They're talking about you can find a lot of fire types near gas stations, which seems weird. Like why you'd be, and I haven't confirmed that one.
I haven't either.
So it's a tough one to say. We talked earlier about how you can only get certain ones in different regions. Oh, and also too there's the Ditto that copies everything. He's also in the code of the game, but hasn't been released anywhere yet. So someone says they have that.
They're a liar.
Pretty much. There's still a glitch in the game where the detector of the 3 feet rule. Before you could use the 3 feet to detect how far away a Pokemon was in the game. Until that's fixed, unfortunately, you won't really know until they figure that out. Before, if it was 1 feet away, it was 10 kilometers or 5 kilometers.
Something like that.
They had a range. And if you use the bottom right-hand corner where there is a Pokemon that shows what's near you, that would blink the closer if you're walking in the correct direction of the Pokemon you were looking for.
But that is one of very many bugs, unfortunately, with this game.
Yes.
The biggest problem is the network is very, very unstable.
Didn't it like crash a bunch of times the first day it was out?
Yes.
Every
I saw
day.
you complaining that you couldn't get on.
I took
like
a
a
trip
nightmare for you.
to Philadelphia this past weekend, and I was on the Pokemon Go game maybe 3 hours out of the entire time I walked the streets of Philadelphia.
I feel like the more people playing the game in a certain location, the more it bogs down. It gets.
Yeah, and everyone was playing it. I was in like the Liberty Bell area and all that stuff.
Was there one in the Liberty Bell?
The Liberty Bell was a gym, which I took, but I could not get back onto the game in order to place a Pokemon on the Liberty Bell to claim it. So that was very frustrating.
Brock's
Sounds
near
so
brush
fresh.
with greatness.
Yes.
And I don't know if the one thing we said is if you do fight in gyms, that's the one way instead of paying actual money there's coins in the game to buy stuff.
Oh, they want you to buy stuff.
Well, if you're in a gym for 21 hours, they will reward you with the coins in game so you can
So you
buy
have to
it.
stay there for 21 hours.
Yeah.
Your guy has to survive without getting beat.
How do you stay in one place for 21 hours?
You don't,
No, you don't
you
stay
don't
there.
station a character there.
So
Pokemon.
so basically you just leave that Pokemon there and you can go with it and you can check on
Oh,
it.
you just leave your little Pokemon there
Yeah.
and go home.
I currently have a Flareon stationed at the Sunrise Pool.
Where's that at?
It's in the school.
It's in New Brighton.
Okay.
And
New
he's
Brighton.
holding his own. His name is Rick Flareon.
Ric Flair. It's probably the best.
It's probably one of the best names I've heard for a Pokemon.
Because you can change the name of your Pokemon in the game too.
Oh, okay.
So
I did find out today, though, that whenever you're the only one who sees your Pokemon's nicknames.
yeah.
So if you're trying to be funny and name things at different places
Like
to
Ric
offend
Flareon?
people and stuff,
Yeah.
it's not going to work because you're the only one who sees what your Pokemon is nicknamed.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Which
a
is
bummer.
nice. Yeah.
I think people would really enjoy Ric Flareon.
I think so, too. That's why I was sad.
Does he
but-
wear robes and shit and do woos?
Yeah,
It's so many woos.
Can you customize what they look like?
No.
not yet.
What's that pink blob that you put on your Facebook page?
Oh, Slowpoke.
Slowpoke.
That was a funny picture.
Yeah, I thought it was funny.
So
I thought it
there's.
was something for breast cancer awareness. Here's a Pokemon.
Oh, man.
I don't care about people's concerns about things and stuff.
It doesn't care about the human race and stuff.
The breast cancer Pokemon.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So how about some of these? Can we share some stories I've heard about some people?
Sure.
So the first, after I found out you were playing this that Thursday, the next day or 2 days later, my mom calls me because my mother goes and walks around this park in Newcastle all the time.
Okay.
And there's usually just like 5 or 6 old people, including her and my dad, walking around there.
Yeah.
Not that they're old. Sorry, I didn't mean to call you old. and they're walking around, and then she's like, what are all these people getting so annoyed? Everybody was walking around with their phones out.
I love it.
She's like, what is this? What's going on? So she just goes up to some stranger and was like, can I ask you, what are you doing? And he was like, we're playing Pokemon. She's like, Poke what? Like, so she calls me and was like, what's a Pokemon? And I had to tell her the whole thing about it. She's like, there are so many people here. They're like invading their personal space where they just go and walk around.
Which is amazing. Like when you go around, like I was down in the Strip District this weekend, and there's just gaggles of people wandering the streets, staring at their phone and having a good time. And
Remember last week at the store, people kept pulling up. We're who's coming to the store late at night? We're like, they're just catching Pokemon.
It was actually a customer texted me and said it was him, and he's the one that dropped a lure and all this other stuff.
Dropped a lure.
But
I did hear another funny story where, not so much a funny story, but another guy I know on Facebook said that someone came up, his kids were like playing in his yard, and there was like a guy walking around with his camera phone out, and his wife and kids are out there, and he was like, what the hell is this? And went out and like yelled at the guy, and the guy was like, I'm catching a Pokemon. And he's like, you're gonna catch an ass beat. And it was like, fight with the guy. And he's like, get the hell out of my yard, like standing in his yard.
There's
I'm like,
just throw this out there. There's no reason for that guy to be standing in his yard.
No,
because it gives you like 100-foot radius of where you're standing. And
yes,
Yeah.
So people who are doing that, or they might be up to something.
Yeah, the stories about people like getting right up in people's yards because the Pokemon's in the house. Well, unless they have a 30,000 square foot mansion, you don't need to be anywhere near their house to catch that Pokemon.
Not at all.
And
so
you've
creepers,
also-
this is a good chance for them to use it for creeping.
Yeah, so
well, you've also got the instance where the people fell into the Grand Canyon.
I didn't hear that one.
Yeah,
Fell into the Grand Canyon.
Was it see, I hadn't heard the Grand Canyon
That was
story.
somebody-
I heard off like
That was
off
somebody
a
else.
cliff in
trying
I think.
to catch a Pokemon.
Yeah, they're just not paying attention. They're looking down at
I
their
heard a lady in
phones.
Australia got hit by a car. I heard
A
that
girl in
story.
Pittsburgh got hit
I was
by a
gonna say
car.
there was a girl in Toronto that got hit.
And her mother was hilarious on the news.
Really? What'd she
Oh
say?
yeah, she's like, my daughter wouldn't have crossed that street there. The Pokemon told her to do that. So clearly, it's somebody completely ignorant to what the thing is,
Right.
or blaming it for their own daughter's stupidity.
And people completely ignorant to common sense.
Yeah.
Didn't you say there's like a pastor that's going off about it too?
that was an old one.
That was an older
That was
one
an
about
old
the
one?
old like when the card
Okay,
game in
I
the
thought that was
cartoon
That's because of
Yeah.
evolution.
Here's what I love about Pokemon Go. If people are getting hurt and dying from this, that's just advanced Darwinism to take them out.
Absolutely.
I applaud that.
Yes.
If you're dumb enough to get hit by a car playing
Yeah.
a video game on your phone, then you
You're an
deserve
idiot.
to get the
Yeah,
hell out.
you're an
Yeah,
idiot.
it's time. Your ticket should have been punched a while ago, but there's been enough things saving you from yourself.
Well, there are also some negatives. I mean, there's the negative, human nature, people just being stupid. But
well.
there have also been cases where I can't remember where, but someone was dropping. They would go to a
think this was
deserted
Missouri.
spot.
Yes.
Missouri. They'd drop a lure in this deserted spot,
Okay.
and people would just sort of like walk there, and they would actually like strong arm rob them.
Yeah, well, that's why you don't go to shady parks at 2 in
Yeah.
the morning. Just it's common sense.
I would recommend playing Pokemon Go with a friend for multiple reasons. You look less creepy.
Yes.
You'll have another set of eyes on you. in
Unless
case
you're playing with Ken.
Yeah.
If you're walking around with Ken, then you're looking really creepy.
double creepy.
Yeah. Especially if I'm wearing a
It's
bandana.
another set of eyes to keep an eye on things,
Yeah.
so you don't, because if you do get into it, there is a chance you'll walk into something or fall off a curb or something
Yeah.
stupid like that. But just have somebody with you just for your own
I
safety.
did trip once.
I walked right into a bush I didn't see.
Well, my nanny, or our babysitter now, she was our nanny. She just had like surgery because she had like
She fell in the
she had
Grand
appe-
Canyon.
No, she had appendicitis and had surgery and like was recovering and all this. So I text her and I'm like, "How are you feeling?" She's like, "Well, I was doing better, but then I like fell down a hill trying to catch a Pokemon." And I was like, "Gee, what the hell are you doing out there falling down hills trying to catch Pokemon?"
That's hilarious.
Just people getting hurt and over ridiculous stuff. It's hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I really find? Like I don't know. I don't play this game. I just never really been into it. Now, if this was probably like you had to catch Decepticons, it would probably be something that I would play. It was like Transformers.
It's
related.
Transformers in the search for Energon.
Yeah, then I'd probably be doing it. I mean, but the thing that I'm really surprised about is the people that hate on it. I don't understand, like, people walking around playing this don't bother me. I could care less what you're doing. Like, I'm not angry about it. These people I've seen on here making the memes about it. Why don't you go play a real game? And why are you so angry about it that you're making memes and doing all this stuff? Like,
Go
what do
snort
you
some more
care?
creatine.
Why do you care?
I
And
think
one
it-
guy yelling about you should be in a gym, in a real gym. Well, maybe they don't want to be. Like, if people are out walking around, isn't that a good thing?
That is a very good thing.
very good
Even
thing.
if it's just like, if it gets someone out from their house
Yeah.
and talking to other people.
Socializing.
Socializing.
I got a good story involving that.
Go ahead, Professor.
The professor will speak. now.
My job, as you know, I worked with kids in
We
a
know,
public
but-
school. Nobody else knows.
Yeah.
But I've been in the public school system now for 9 years. And there's a Pokestop at the end of my street. And the kids I see there are all hanging out, getting together, having a great time. Inside of school, those kids will not have anything to do with each other. They're in all different cliques, and there's a lot of social outcasts mixed with the cool kids and all that. And this game is actually bringing people together. And my hope is that whenever the school year starts, like maybe this will help bring down some of those divisions and
Divisions.
things.
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
true.
Because everyone's having fun with the same thing.
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get the hate for it. It's such a stupid thing to hate on. I mean, you know, I found it funny when I saw some people posting like, "Oh, nerds are all going to be skinny now." I'm like, no, they're not.
No.
Because after they play this, they're going to go still eat bad and play video games the rest of the night. Like, you know, and they're like, "Oh, everybody's going to be thin." They're going to be like, no, that's not going to happen.
No,
yeah.
not at all.
Especially when you can sit there now like you're doing the lazy version of it, adding lures.
Or I was trying to figure out ways I could drive around and get stuff. I'm just gonna be smart. Like when me and Mindy will drive around and we're like,
Eating pickles.
it was a deep fried pickle wrapped in bacon.
Yeah.
I don't like pickles, and that sounds good.
I was
Yeah.
going to say, how could you go wrong?
It was actually, you got 2 of those, and then it was a brie cheese filled pickle wrapped in
Prosciutto?
pastry. No, pastry.
Oh, pastry dough.
Yeah.
All that but the pickle sounds good.
Yeah.
While we're off topic on pickles, did you try the new Heinz spicy garlic ones there?
No, huh?
They were supposed to debut there.
Yeah, that was the Heinz place was in Mountain House. Yeah,
I was trying to find them, but they're sold out.
and they
Now
had
a pickle
kimchi
break.
pierogies there. They were amazing. Kimchi pierogies. I forget who had those there. But
Sorry,
anyways,
everyone.
our pickle rant's done with it.
Sorry, pickle ran over. And the pickle ran.
So we're driving around trying to figure out, and Mindy, whoever's riding shotgun, has 2 phones, and she's hitting all the Pokestops and trying to drive slow.
Yeah, trying to drive slow. Meanwhile, an ambulance is behind you trying to get somebody to the hospital.
Well, I
I'm
mean-
catching Pokemon.
But it's fun, and it also, if it just gets people out, like there's a couple groups. If you look for wherever your area is and do Pokemon Go, there's usually a meetup that'll meet up in parks, drop lures, hang out, talk
Yeah,
about the
I
game.
see that a lot.
And you know what? If that's all it does, I mean, right now in the world today, we could use a little unity, and if Pokemon
Exactly.
Go
Yeah.
is that,
Yeah,
then you know it's something.
I will say, though,
it's
my-
unity that for the most part is free. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, I mean, we were looking at how much it uses on your data plan compared to like Facebook. It's like 10%.
Oh, really? So
Which
it
is
doesn't use a
amazing.
lot?
Yeah, not at all.
considering the amount of data that it
Oh,
could use.
yeah, it's a ton of information getting passed back.
I
and
will
forth.
say though, one of my favorite memes I've seen though, it's like a double one, and the top one is kids are outside playing Pokemon Go, and then on the inside it's a couple's feet wrapped together in a bed. He's like, and inside Dad's playing Pokemon. It's something like that, but it's great. It's
hilarious.
the only good one. But yeah, I don't get the anger. I mean, people just want to be angry and want any chance to make a meme.
Well,
Well,
anything that's popular, people want to attack.
Right.
But,
Yeah.
but I mean, there are some negatives. Like I said, human nature. Okay, for some reason, like the Holocaust Museum has a Pokestop, or people playing at the
Yeah.
Holocaust Museum,
Yeah, that's not
Arlington
the-
Museum.
Yeah.
Time
Places
and
of
place,
reverence.
people, yeah.
Right, there's
Right,
a time
right.
and place.
Well, I think I was talking to someone about this. Because this is a Japan-based company that came up with the game, they have a lot of different cultures for their places of mourning. Like their memorials are places of celebration and
Right.
are more open to the public, where our cemeteries are very private. Now, I guess like the Holocaust Museum, to have like a ghastly there.
I found it kind of weird that you were playing in a cemetery too. You might be
Yeah.
a little annoyed if you're going to visit your.
Yeah, no, and I
Your
get that.
parent-
If you're respectful about it,
Yeah.
If you're not running over graves, and I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, well, and I know people that go and walk cemeteries for exercise because the roads are usually not. There's no
Right.
traffic on them. They're
Yeah.
they're safe. There's usually
And they're
hills,
well-kept.
and they're well kept. So
Yeah.
I know people
And it's
that
the
do that.
safest place because everyone's dead.
Except when they turn to zombies.
I mean, if anyone's
Still
listening
dead.
and you are playing in those areas, just be respectful.
Yeah.
Like, clean up after yourself. I've seen a lot of trash left around at different Pokestops
Yeah,
and
but there's
gyms and
people
stuff.
that are assholes, so
Yeah.
that's gonna
Yeah,
happen.
I mean,
the
just-
assholes will ruin this for everyone.
Yes.
Exactly.
Just be
don't be
mindful
one
of
of
your
them.
surroundings.
So how long do you think this is going to last?
A while.
I think it depends on how long they actually, what sequence they start to release new.
They
Agreed.
have
things.
so
They-
many more characters that they can release that as soon as it gets stale, they're going to release another wave of them.
And what they have to do, not the first wave, this is the first wave, but the second wave, like, it might be extended a little bit, and it might, like, people might just start die off a little bit, and then they'll be like, oh crap, we got to really
Just sprinkle a couple.
Yeah, what they need to do is they just need to figure out how often they need to release new stuff to keep people interested.
And there's also talks about them being able to trade, like if you don't have something,
And player versus player battles, things like that.
Yeah, friendly battles, stuff like that will be great and really enhance the game.
And they need to beef up their servers.
That's exactly what I was going to say. That's what they got, because a lot of people will lose interest over that.
Yeah.
Especially, like, if I was on a vacation, I planned on catching some Pokemon while I was touring a different city, and I couldn't get on the network, and it was very frustrating.
Mm-hmm.
So I can just see that, deterring people from playing after a while of that.
I also think the more people embrace it, the better it is, too. Like, as a business, a lot of people
Yeah.
do nearby stuff.
So you think they're making money off this game?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Is there ads all through it? and stuff?
No, there's
Not a
no
single
ads.
ad.
But what some people have done is they'll actually, like at a coffee shop, they'll drop lures there so it draws people in.
Okay.
And if you're going to be at a coffee shop and you're going to sit there for an hour,
It's
well, you're
so
going to buy
funny
something.
to me that they're just luring them in. You're like, hey, they're all over at the coffee place. Let's go have some coffee and catch
Yeah.
Pokemon.
Well,
Because it shows up on your map of your area that there's lures in different locations.
So you'll go to that lure because it's for everybody in the game, which is how if you see a lure in a park at 2 in the morning, don't effing go to that.
Or a white van parked at a playground somewhere. Hey,
Rare
kids.
Pokemon inside.
Yeah.
I actually saw a picture referring to that because this weekend is the gathering of the Juggalos, and someone was there and it said rare Poke. It was a sketchy white van.
Oh, God.
funny.
Yeah, that could get a little crazy.
So-
Put them in your creepy house.
From a business perspective, on
Here we go.
on July 1st, Nintendo stock was trading at $15 a share.
Okay.
Nintendo owns Pokemon.
Yes.
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 Gotta catch it.
July 19th, it topped out at 31. No, I'm sorry.
Their numbers.
A little over $31.
Yeah.
So almost double.
So as of last week,
You
the
totally
valuation for
bumbled on those
Nintendo
stats.
actually overshadowed the value of Sony.
It was 120% increase
Yeah.
in a week and a half.
Wow.
And that's just eyes on the product, which is amazing.
Because there's microtransactions in the game where you can spend like $1 or $2 at a time to.
You can spend
reload
$100. to
Yeah,
get
you
rich.
could. Like to reload your Pokeballs if you run
Yeah.
out of supplies, if you can't make it to a stop, if you're at work.
Some of us are blessed with the stop where you work, so we don't have to worry about that.
Wow.
But yeah, so it's. I think it's all around good. I don't think that with everything there's going to be idiots, and that's what you're getting with this.
Okay.
And there's always going to be if someone likes something, there's going to be for every 10 people who like something, there's going to be 2 people shitting on it.
Yeah.
So and that's what unfortunately is going
Something new to complain about.
on.
Yeah.
Oh, always.
Till football starts.
Dun 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 dun.
Yes.
So do we have any more tips?
What kills me is some of the people that hate on this are the ones that play fantasy football.
Yes.
It's the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's got something they do they think's better. You know, like the people
just
saying go
fun.
to a real gym. Well, not everybody wants to go lift weights.
Right. I don't
You
think
need
it's going to
protein
maintain the
shakes.
popularity that it has now, but I think it's going to hang in there for a while.
It seems like to be catching new people, though.
Yeah.
Like
Oh, yeah.
people, like I said, that don't normally do this. So
Yeah.
I downloaded it
Jeez.
5:30 this afternoon just to see what it was about.
He's
Yeah.
at level 20 since the start of the podcast.
Yeah.
But it's funny in downtown Pittsburgh. Like I walk out to go to lunch, and you'll see people in business suits walking around playing it. You'll see
Everyone.
people like kids. I
The
mean,
homeless.
everybody.
If they're
The
Obama
homeless
phone.
with the
If they-
iPhone 6 Plus.
Yeah, if they can afford a data plan, yeah, sure. Why?
So,
Even my wife, like, she forces me to drive around a little later to go catch some more.
you gotta get them all, right? Gotta catch them all.
It's bonding at all levels.
and
Is
my
it-
wife thought it was completely stupid until she tried playing it, and now she's hooked as well.
How about this question? Has it made the card game popular? More
No.
popular?
Not yet.
Not yet.
But
People aren't
Pokemon
like, oh, I like
merchandise-
these characters. I want to learn about the card game.
Not yet. The only
Yeah,
person
it'll
I've
come.
had is the owners of the business's girlfriend came in and was asking questions about it. 'Cause
There
she
was that guy on Tuesday
Oh, that was the guy on Tuesday.
who
Yeah.
had no clue what he was talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah, he's just
but
like
thought
he
did.
saw this because we have a Pokemon stop sign
Yeah.
in the store, and he's like, "What's this thing here about a Pokego stop thing?" And we're like, I'd explain everything about the world of Pokemon to him.
But I heard a stat, I don't know if it's true, that Pokemon merchandise has sold over $500 million worth of merchandise since this game has launched.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
I haven't seen anything here, but so any other tips? Lucky eggs.
Eggs.
Save those until you evolve all your stuff at one time.
I'm going to say save your Stardust. Don't level up your guys just yet, because as your level increases, you'll catch higher value ones, CP value ones as you go.
Yes.
Don't
Got
waste
that,
your
Cheese?
Stardust.
You got that?
Don't waste your Stardust, Cheese.
Yes.
I made that mistake.
Also, too, if you're in a gym, you don't just get money; you get Stardust every 21 hours as
The
well.
wrestler Stardust?
You get Stardust. That's actually gold dust. But I'm trying to think if there's any other tips. No, check online. There's a bunch of stuff, and I'll post some links on the Facebook page.
No, you won't. That'll actually mean you'll have to work a little bit on it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I had to be an ass one time towards you, and I was being too nice.
Oh, I can't deal with you.
Oh.
All right,
I'll
so-
play with your Pokeballs later. You'll be
Do we have
fine.
any final thoughts on this before we wrap it up?
My final thought is I'm still not playing it, but good for you.
So give
Thanks.
it a shot if you
Thanks,
haven't.
Dawn Trio.
Don't pick on people who do it. Don't be an asshole. Just
No.
leave them alone. Let them play.
And to be a
Stop
little less
bothering
creepy,
you.
shut the augmented reality off. Just do
Yeah,
the regular screen.
And it's much easier to catch the Pokemon
Yeah.
without that on
Just
anyway.
top right corner when you're in the Pokemon
the
catching
little
screen, switch it over. Don't look creepy.
And
That's
don't get
with
hit by a
everything,
car.
Just don't be an asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just be our motto for life.
Yeah.
Common sense.
Yeah.
Right.
Good times.
All right,
All right.
Pokemon Go. There
Gotta
you
catch
heard it.
him out, Pokemon.
Sing it, Ken. Take us out.
Please like, share, subscribe, invite, have fun catching Pokemon. And if anyone caught a Mewtwo, they're lying to you.
All right, yeah, whatever that is.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Good night.